Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash, the belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth, and salutations to all the Akim, pushing us forward in truth and in sincerity with charity. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Okay? So when you read Genesis, the 10th chapter, it goes into the table of nations, and Moab and Ammon come in later. But there's 18 families. To get right to the point, there's 18 families, okay? And the other 17 families are the other nations, which the word heathen means. All right, or Gentile, the other nations, you know what I'm saying? And be mindful that you got to go into the words, all right? For instance, that word Gentile, sometimes it is speaking about the other nations. And other times, especially in the New Testament, it's speaking about the Hellenists or Helen, Israelites that took the customs of the heathens, you see? The ways and customs, you see? All right, but nonetheless, when the Most High divided the nations up, all right, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel, right? Verse 9, for Yahweh's portion is his people, not everybody, okay? Jacob is a lot of his inheritance, you see? So this is all about Israel. It always has been since the beginning, all right? And the Lord doesn't change. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. All right? And you got to remember that these things are written in parables, because the Lord doesn't want everyone to receive this truth. Okay? It's only for the elect to receive it right now. 2/3 of our people, we'll see them on the other side. They're not going to wake up to this truth. They're not going to get it. All right? Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 17, verse 17. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Lord's portion, you see? So these other nations, they have a king, and unfortunately our people, our king is the Lord, man. You see, but our people are stubborn and stiff-necked, and they want what the other nations have, not considering that we already have a king, you see. So, the Lord gives you what you ask for, man, and that's why we're under oppression today, all right? That's why Esau is ruling over us today. But the elect today as well are crying out against this, man. We're not with this place, you see. Verse 18, whom being his firstborn, he nourisheth with discipline, and giving him the light of his love does not forsake him. Okay, you see? So the Lord's going to discipline his children, his people, all right? For what? Being disobedient. Because the Father gave us laws, statutes, and commandments that we should live by and keep and meditate on, all right? And do, you see? And part of that agreement was that if we broke these laws, statutes, and commandments, then all these curses would fall upon our people, man. That's why we're under the curses today. You see? No other nation has gone through that. All right? Only the Israelites. Excuse me. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. Hear this word that Yahweh, remember the Lord in all caps, is the name of the Father, Yahweh. Meaning he is, he exists, he is all right? Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that Yahweh hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, all 12 tribes of Israel, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only, this is verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. You see? So the Lord is chastening us as his sons, his children, man. You see? The other nations are not being dealt with like that. All right? The Lord loves us, so he's punishing us. He's correcting us. All right? So that we're not ashamed to him later on, especially in the kingdom. Here it is. He's going to allow us to come back home, be in the land of Israel, which is Yasharallah, all right, and possess the land, possess the whole earth. You see? But when he sets up one that is profitable, which is Yahweh Shai, the kingdom is the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, which is by default is the kingdom of Israel. You see? So now we're getting the ass whooping right now, being corrected now, so that we could appreciate the kingdom that much more then, man. And he's going to have the new covenant where he's going to put the laws, the statutes, and commandments in the hearts of every Israelite. We'll never sin again. We'll be perfect. We'll live forever. We'll never get sick. You see, we'll get all the blessings, which is part of that first covenant. All right? When you read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the first 14 verses are talking about that. If you hearken unto my word, then all these blessings are going to come upon you. You see? But verse 15 says, if you don't, then all these curses shall come upon you. And then, when you read down from 15 all the way down to 68, all those curses fit our people, man. It's a sign and a wonder upon who to tell you who the children of Israel are. Because the Lord is punishing us for all our iniquities, man. You see? Because we're the sons of God, man. We're the children of God, you see? This is Psalms 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Right? Israel means he, prince, power, right? We are the princes of the power, all right? The princes of God, the sons of God, you see? Verse 7, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes, all right? Because, hey, the wages of sin is death, all right? So the Lord is, whipping that ass, man, so that we could learn, and really for the elect, because 2/3 of our people are not going to get it, you see? It's really the correction for the elect to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to cry up to the Lord more, and beg for mercy and for salvation, man. All right? That's why our people die today. Because, for the sins that we've committed. The Lord hasn't changed. You see? He was true to his word the whole time, even now. And for what, and to come. The Lord's going to give us the kingdom. The Lord's going to save the elect. You see? This is, this is more of it. This is Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. For all the earth is mine, right? So, see, we're the Lord's portion, all right? And we're above all people, man. All right, he chose us. Remember, we love him because he loved us first. You see? And verse 6, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. A holy meaning separate or set apart. All right? These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. It doesn't mention everybody else. You see? This is always and will always be about Israel. All right? No other nation. All right? Just the children of Israel. Psalms 135 and 4, for Yahweh hath chosen Jacob unto himself and Israel for his peculiar treasure. So the Lord's repeating himself over and over, man. All right, it's crystal clear. All right, the Lord loves Israel. He's only dealing with Israel. All right. He's not dealing with these other nations. In Isaiah, the 40th chapter, it says that these nations are less than nothing, man. All right. But be like unto spittle, like spit. You see? And these nations have no part or portion in this. They're going to be our slaves, our tributaries. All right? But Esau, Edom, the so-called white man who's ruling today, all right, after 1,000 years of extremely hardcore slavery, man, they're going to be wiped out. No resurrection to life. All right, that's going to be it. The whole house of Esau is going to be unalive, you know. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, verse 30. For I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, and has spared wicked doers, and has destroyed thy people, and has preserved thine enemies, and has not signified it right. Because look, again, we're his children. The children of Israel are the Lord's, and he's whipping our ass. All right, you see, we're suffering because of our sins. He's not dealing with these other nations right now, but his determination is to gather all the nations. He's going to deal with them in due time. All right. All right. This is all according to his plan, his will. You see. And hey, we just have to bear this. We have to suffer this. You know, patiently suffer these things. All right. Because hey, we have to understand the will of the Lord. All right. We have to understand why we're in this condition. You know. Hey, it's because we messed up. You know. Verse 31, I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion? Or is there any other people that knoweth thee beside Israel? Only Israel knows the Lord. All right? Or what generation hath so believed thy covenants as Jacob? All right? Hey, the what do you call it? The covenant was only given to Israel, man. It doesn't include or speak of any other nation. All right, that whole God loves everybody, that Christianity thing is BS. God does not love everybody. He loves the children of Israel. Okay. Verse 33, and yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor hath no fruit, for I have gone here and there through the heathen, right, the other nations, and I see that they flow in wealth and think not upon thy commandments. All right? Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and theirs also that dwell the world, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. You know? All right? Because the name of the Lord is dreadful among the heathen. You see? But us Israelites are the ones that call upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who trust and love him. You see? Who fear him. All right, in Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 17 and 10, I believe, it says, the elect shall praise his holy name. All right, it doesn't mention the heathen. It's the elect of the nation of Israel. You see? Because knowing and understanding the Lord in these scriptures, not all Israel is Israel today, man. 2/3 are counted as heathens, and they're going to get that heathen judgment. All right? Verse 35, or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments, right? So who's under the law, the statutes and commandments? It's the children of Israel. You see? And you know, especially like in the book of Judges, you see us going back and forth, like, hey, being delivered, keeping the laws for a little bit, and then going off, and then back and forth, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Very stubborn, stiff-necked people, man. All right? But hey, it was for us to learn, all right? To see what this wickedness is, and so we can appreciate the righteousness that much more, you know? Verse 36, thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. All right, because they have no part in this. It wasn't given to them. You see? And with that, I hope this lesson was edifying and exhorting. Again, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chakrash, the honors to the apostles and others of Great Millstone who rule well and who taught us this truth. And salutations to all the Akim who rule well and who taught us this truth. And salutations to all the Akim pushing this word in truth and in sincerity with charity. Shalom. Wa Ababa Bal.